Welcome to the Will and Tom Show, episode 10.
Whoa! We're in a happy mood because it is our 10th anniversary. You can't really say anniversary.
Of course you can, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
so we've been doing
episode.
that for 10 years now.
Weeks. Well,
not really. Some-ish.
Episodes, 10 episodes.
Yeah, so this is episode 10. And we have licorice to celebrate. Mm-hmm. So once again, this will be an episode where we have a mouthful. Not only with dirty words, but also with stuff we eat. Yeah. So last week we had our international episode.
Yeah, but what's so special about this episode then, apart from the licorice?
Nothing.
Which is delicious. No, actually, what is special about this episode is that for once we don't go for a 30-minute mark, but we go for, we actually have a lot of material.
Yeah, we do.
Why did you look so... Tom just ate a licorice and
it's strange.
It tastes weird, right?
Yeah, no, because it feels rather hard.
Yeah, but as soon as you bite
when you bite it, it really goes like, I'm too soft.
Like it's hard toothpaste, really.
Drop it like it's hot.
They're called droptoefjes. Droptoefjes.
But it's still very good licorice. Anyways. It sticks in your teeth.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That's annoying.
It is quite a bit. So yeah, we have a lot of things lined up, and of course a lot of rubbish.
A lot of rubbish stories.
We have say
what,
but only for Tom this week.
Yeah, because I didn't bring anything.
But it's going to be a nightmare for him.
Okay.
Because it's something that I concocted up.
You what?
No, I concocted. Not
So you cocked it up and then
No, the thing is, I was ill last week. I should explain that.
More than usual, or?
Not sick in my head, but I meant ill. But the thing was that somewhere, apparently, I woke up in sort of such a delirium at around 11:30, because for once I actually went to bed on time. So then I went to bed at around 10ish, maybe 10:30, and I woke up at what did I say, 11:30? Mm-hmm. And that's also when I wrote you the idea of our share and if you share our podcast with people, you get a song on the show. Mm-hmm. And I discovered a brilliant title for that. Thought of it. Mm-hmm. It's called Songy and Share.
Well, why did you say that now already?
Because it's funny. So anyway, I know that makes an example of my...
It's called Songy and Share.
I still like it. Anyway, I also woke up in that state and designed something in my head. And I was thinking of the number 10, because this episode is all about the number 10.
It is all about number 10.
So I thought about that, and then with that thought in my head, I actually made something for you. Mm-hmm. But the funny thing is that I didn't even remember it until 2 or 3 days later, when I opened up my WhatsApp. I opened up my email, and I saw that I mailed myself that.
Mm-hmm. So
that will be say what?
So
what?
you stayed at the Netherlands at that time.
Yeah.
And you're sure that it was only related to your illness and not to
what else?
Typical Dutch relaxation medication.
I don't like cheese.
That was actually a good one.
No, I didn't partake of the jazz cigarette.
No. Jazz cigarette. Okay. So say what? We'll be sharing a lot of stories because we actually haven't met, I think, for 3 weeks now.
Really?
In person.
I was gone for 2 weeks. It should be actually for one, but I decided to stay a week longer.
Yeah, exactly. So he was just... Because he's a lady bitch. Because he's a lady. He's a lazy bitch. So
I did work.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm explaining it to the people.
Yeah, but they don't need to know everything. So
I don't want them to get the wrong idea of me.
Nah. So apparently, so should we start with how was your week, darling? That makes sense, right?
Sure.
So how was your week, darling?
Well, of course, you can expect now to have some sort of Dutch-related story. But my story is actually about me traveling here. Mm-hmm. The day before yesterday, I traveled back, and I was sitting in a train. And in Germany, you have this Ruhebereich, which is basically quiet zone, and it's labeled quite well. There's glass doors, and on the glass doors there's a huge sticker saying Ruhebereich, quiet zone, and I think 2 other languages, maybe French, Italian. And there are also symbols on the ceiling somewhere with a guy that's just pointing at his face and just going psh something. Mm-hmm. Looks a bit like there's a man whose nose is peeing over his over his fingers. But there was a girl sitting right underneath it, and I think she was about 4 years old, and her mum was definitely German or maybe Austrian, Swiss, something like that. But she was being raised bilingually, so German and English, and she of course was proud of that fact and was just constantly speaking English. But I mean constantly, which is a waterfall of words, while her mum was sitting on a smartphone just.
Oh, so the little girl.
The little girl was speaking English, yeah. And the mum was just on a smartphone just saying yes, yes. And no one said anything because it's a little girl, you don't want to say, hey, fuck off, this is quiet zone. Luckily they got off the next stop, otherwise they would have said something because, I'm not so pedantic that I say you can't speak on a train. But if you have definite, a carriage is designed for it, and my journey on that specific train was 2.5 hours alone, and there was 2 more hours before that. And there are some people that just want to work, that want to write, that want to sleep even.
Yeah.
So that's quite annoying. But they left, no problem, at a certain moment at least. But what baffled me was that she's being raised bilingually, but her mum had a horrible accent.
Okay.
Vocab was quite okay, but they didn't say cold, as in, what is he cold? They said, what is he, cowled?
Ah.
Yeah, cowled.
Okay.
Really cowled.
So the girl as well.
The girl as well. The small girl said it first, and I thought, she's still going to bang it out of her. But her mum
okay.
said it as well.
Well, it's actually quite a problem. I have a colleague, and he has a certain amount of words that he just fucks up every single time. And the worst one being...
Should you say this on air? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, true.
And the worst one is reference.
Instead of reference.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because the verb is to refer, and
yeah, but the general rule about the English language is that in the noun and the verb it's changed around, so that already is alone now.
Yeah, so that is actually quite bad.
Yeah,
and also harmony and harmonize. So the plural of harmony is harmonize.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly, it took me a while as well. He said, "Why? Who's harmonizing now?"
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Beautiful
it means harmonies.
That's really weird.
Oh crap! Yeah,
it's really weird.
Yeah.
So on the train, in the quiet zone, there was this guy, and he was talking to a Chinese woman, and you're looking at me as if it said something.
No, actually, no. I now, because we have a little peek sheet here, and I didn't get what it said. Because it's just the first thing is train girl English. Cowled. And I thought, what the heck? Because it's CAWELD.
Yeah, cowled.
Yeah, WW actually, double W. So I thought, what the heck is it? Because it looked like a town in Cornwall. So I met someone and she was from Cowled in Cornwall.
Or Wales or something. Well, there was this guy and he was talking to a Chinese friend, I think, a woman. And they were just having these loud discussions. And I sort of remember they just leaned over and just went, could you keep it down a bit, Well, just mimic
So
it.
that sounded like, können Sie ein bisschen leise sprechen, bitte?
Exactly like that. Ja, das wäre ganz toll, wenn Sie ein bisschen leichter sprechen, yeah?
He'll kill me later for that with say what segment.
You have no idea. No, the thing is, he was just constantly speaking, and it was really annoying. But of course, when I asked him to calm down a bit, he did calm down, and quiet down a bit. And of course, he had to comment to the other person that he didn't understand why, which I find really weird, and also that he found it ridiculous that you couldn't speak on the train anymore. Well, I think it's just sort off to a different coupe. Can you say that? In English? Cart, garage, whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's not that far away, right? You walk 50 feet and you're there.
Yeah.
And as soon as they were a bit quieter, they, of course, they have some stops, and then new people get on, people get off. And at a certain moment, they were just having this huge conversation about politics and the state of China and all that kind of stuff. So it gets a bit heated, but also gets a bit... And he was so tedious. He was so extremely tedious. And their voices rise again in volume, and such a woman asked them to quiet down again. And he was just an absolute ass clown about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely atrocious. He again said exactly the same thing as what he said when I asked him to pipe down, that he couldn't understand why. Luckily, shortly after they got off or they moved away, I didn't even realize when they moved away, so that was a good thing. But also, an Indian guy started using his cell phone, and he was immediately attending to, you can't do that here. Signs saying no phones, and he immediately apologized, got up, walked out, finished his call outside, came
cool.
back. Absolutely cool.
Yeah.
And then a few stops later, people just started talking because two people came in talking, two Germans, older, as in 40s, which then I really don't understand. And then an older woman that was sitting there before was talking with the Indian guy about his future and all that kind of stuff. And then it was just too much of a racket to just say to anyone, dude,
shut the fuck up!
I was actually quite a bit peeved by it because I had a long journey. I mean, I started traveling at around 6.
I get it. And it makes no sense if they even introduce stuff like silent carriages where you're supposed to be quiet and you have your peace. And then people just, And I don't get it because usually in Germany we are quite obedient when it comes to rules and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but the problem is also that Germans don't really confront other people with that.
Yeah, we don't.
So, and I think Dutch people might find it sounding a bit pedantic, but here you can have stretches where you ride the train for 1.5 hours without a stop, or just 8 hours in total on a day, and that's not really very strange. But in Netherlands, of course, I think the longest you can ride is maybe 40 minutes without having to stop. Yeah, that's nothing. So then, of course, you have a constant hustle because there's new people coming on.
Yeah, true. The worst thing that happened to me ever on a train was a couple of years back, and there was a African family, so I think with 2 or 3 children, and they started eating dried fish. And there's nothing that smells worse in the world than dried fish. And it was also really disgusting because they had it just in these very thin plastic bags that you get to wrap your vegetables and fruit in supermarkets.
Of course, because they're free.
Yeah. And then because it was a huge fish and it was a complete fish, and they still had to, and they just use their hands because that's how they do it. I mean,
of course,
that's okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
But if you have a huge fish that because they were sitting in such a where you sit opposite each other, and you have a table in between. So basically, the entire table was covered by that fish, and they just started clawing off the meat, and it's greasy and it looks really disgusting if you sit opposite to them, and you just what the. And it smells, and the entire carriage was smelling of dried fish. And
it does give you a hilarious story.
Yeah, but no one said a thing. Because that's Germany. And then you have the problem that they are black. And then again, you can't say anything because it's already racist.
Oh yeah, immediately, as soon as you say something, it would be...
The very second you say something, it's racist.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
But the thing is, my travel there, it wasn't all bad.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to comment still on, which is quite negative, before I go on to the positive stuff, because there was some positive stuff on my end.
So this episode is about traveling in trains.
No, it's just a long episode with a lot of stuff that happened.
Can I take one of these, or are they?
Yeah, no. I left it like this so that you don't constantly hear the bang. No, the thing was that when you book a ticket, the Deutsche Bahn has this brilliant thing. It's just you just have to make such a small check that says, "I want to be informed by email if there's a delay on my journey." Absolutely cool. I love that. So then at 5, I had to leave home.
I'm just laughing again because you continue. Then I tell later why I was laughing because I know I can already because I can spoil it a bit because it says DB delay mail clowns. So I think it's so it's going to happen now. Okay.
Well, the thing is that I left at home at 5. I have to get to such a backwards ass train station somewhere near the border. It's not that far from my parents' home. By car at least. If you go by public transport, it's quite, a hassle. But there is not really very good signs and anything that informs you. So I had a hugely small sign. It's hugely small. Yeah. But we were standing there and I'm waiting there and my mama dropped me off. And she's just still waiting there because she just thought, I'll wave goodbye or something. And then a guy comes by and he says, why are all the people standing there? Don't they know that the trains have been cancelled? And I just thought, excuse me, what? And apparently on the very small sign, it says, the train that should have come past at 6 not arriving. And I didn't even realise. And then, of course, the next train would come at 7:10, but you don't know if that's going to come. And my transition would be in about an hour's journey. By car, that would take, I think, 29 minutes. So it would be easier for me to just drive there than still get my train that I've booked my ticket for, because in Germany, of course, you can book seat reservations and everything.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get that train, not just another train later. And the brilliant thing is that this delay, of course, was not mentioned to me via mail.
Yeah. Because it was a Dutch train, probably.
No, it was a German one.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow.
There's always a German one there, because there's only one Dutch train station, which is the border station.
Ah, okay.
After that, everything's German. It's from Venlo to Düsseldorf.
Okay.
So then you have Mönchengladbach in between as well, which is quite big, everything, you know. But I got that mail eventually at 9:30.
Very good.
Yeah. I didn't even remember that I signed up for that until I got the mail at 9:30. Sitting in the train already, I think I needed to go 40 more minutes until I'm home, and I get a mail. Go, oh, mail. Oh, delay. And then it doesn't even say where the delay is. It says there is a delay. Please check online
Oh, God.
to find your delay.
Thank you for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for rubbing it in. But then, the best thing happened. In my last 40 minutes, I discovered, of course, I have a reclining seat, which I absolutely love. You can just lay back. But I discovered that luckily on the way there already. So now my whole journey was just a reclined seat. I don't get why people would sit up straight then. I mean, if you work, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Depending on what you need to do.
But my freaking seat had a radio in it with 8 channels and an aux in.
Yeah.
And a charger.
Yeah.
As in, not a charger, a power socket.
Yeah.
So I could actually just charge my mobile phone.
You could discharge.
I could actually charge my mobile phone. I didn't discharge anything. Well, I went to the toilet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I discharged.
Earlier, you already talked about people getting off on the train, so that's good.
Well, it could be. I didn't say getting off on the train. I said they're getting off the train.
Yeah, but it sounded weird. No, there was.
We can listen back to it, right?
We can, just rewind quickly. No, we don't. Yeah, very nice. So that was your week.
It sounded like a pig getting fucked instead of an.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
No?
Yeah, so that was my week.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that was 2 hours of my week, or 4 hours of my week.
Yeah.
Which I think, is it a dreary story? It's not the best of stories. Oh, by the way, something that I just remembered. My best train journey story, because I was reminded by the fish story.
Yeah.
My girlfriend and I, we once got on a train, and there was this violin case standing. You have these 4-seater areas with a table in the middle, and you had them on both sides of the aisle, and there were 4 people sitting on the one side and no one on the other side, and we had seat reservations, so we were thinking of just sit down at our seats. But there was a violin case standing in front of the table at our space, not at their space. Luggage of the people on top of their head compartment things and on top of ours. So we didn't have anywhere to put our stuff. And we kindly asked the guy, could you please move it? And he just said no. He just said no. He had plenty of space. And we thought, okay, this wasn't really a question out of possibility. It was a question out of, formality and kindness. Because actually, let me rephrase it. I just want you to move the freaking violin case. And he just again, no. So then, I think we started moving it with our feet, but we honestly stood there for 10 minutes just debating whether or not we could sit on our spaces and them moving their luggage. Because that was the thing, right? It wasn't just a violin case where we could just walk past. It actually obstructed
that's ridiculous.
Seats. And the brilliant thing about it is that later I saw him typing on his laptop, and he was working on something like, I think, a presentation of some sort. And it was about power animals. And well, power animals are strong animals, but power animals is in... My power animal, my thing that gives me power is...
God.
But what animal do you think he had?
An owl.
No, think again. You get 2 more guesses. You're not going to get it.
A unicorn.
No, because it doesn't exist, but nice try. What would your power animal be?
A leopard.
No, something like that, right? Or a bear, or a bison, or... This was a herring.
Oh.
Mijn krachtdier is een haring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my week.
So train related.
Yeah. How was your week, darling?
Actually, it's not train related. for about 2 hours, I was a renowned scientist.
Wait a minute. For 2 hours, you were
For 2 hours,
a
I
renowned
thought
scientist?
I was, yeah. Actually, absolutely brilliant story. So I was doing groceries and being busy, and I saw on my phone that I had an email, and this email was an invitation to a kind of a think tank in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, that's in Bavaria, for a week.
Is that a village they made up especially to have that think tank?
No. This is actually quite a big town. They wanted to have the Olympics.
What is it called again?
Garmisch-Partenkirchen.
I know why they didn't take the Olympics. Where is the Olympics held this year? London? No. Moscow? No. Garmisch-Partenkirchen? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and I first thought it was a kind of a spam mail because it actually ended up in my spam folder.
Logically.
But it was addressed to me, and it also made sense because
Was it addressed to Dr. Professor?
No.
Tom
It was-
Anderson?
No. A couple of years, or actually last year, I wrote a chapter for a book that one of my professors published, and
I remember that.
yeah, and the think tank was basically about that topic. So
You're a
it's-
published author.
I'm a published author. Yeah, I am. You can actually.
Me
yeah.
too.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, at the age of 11.
Or was it like a Sparkassen?
No, it's a poem. I
Oh.
won prizes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You have to show me later.
Yeah, I can do
Yeah.
that.
So yeah,
A lot of people won prizes, so it's not that. But I am in a book. And I think that book is only people that are in there got that book, you know? Such a thing. But hey, I'm a published author.
Yeah,
so-
very cool. So and the book was about justice basically for the younger generation because we are paying for all the other old people and they're not.
What do you mean, old people?
For example, pensions and stuff like that. Because we working people, we pay taxes and we pay the social security stuff you have to pay, and that money basically goes to the elderly.
Yeah.
Because that's how the system in Germany works, and I think in most other European countries as well.
Yeah.
And the problem is that since there are not enough children coming after
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
then
it's,
because it's going to be difficult for us. So that was what the book was about, and especially when it comes to matters of education and social security. And and they wanted me to give a speech. And present what I wrote at this think tank, and invited me to Garmisch-Partenkirchen. And I just read the email and I thought, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's absolutely
And
brilliant.
so I go there and talk about what I found out because I did research that no one has done before, so that's really cool. And and then there was a link in the email, so I clicked on it just quickly in the shop.
Fill the credit card details.
Yeah, and read it, and so and it made sense. This think tank is part of a foundation that actually exists, and it's founded by the Bundesrepublik Deutschland, so it has something to do with the government. I thought, wow, that's so fucking awesome, and
Absolutely brilliant.
yeah, and I would have had the time because it was in the summer break, so I could have gone there.
It was supposed to take place
I
this
think,
summer.
yeah, early September. I think the first week of September. So I
Okay.
thought, that's awesome, and then they will pay me, and I go there, and
Yeah.
yeah. So then I came back home like an hour later, and then I saw there was 2 attachments to the email, and I opened the first one, and again I thought, wow, that's so awesome because it was the schedule.
Oh, yeah.
And I was already there. It said, I think on the 4th day it says 9 a.m. Tom Anderson speaking about the generation thingy that I was writing
Yeah.
about. So I thought, oh, that's cool. And 2 other names that I recognized who have been in the book as well. So, that's cool. They're going to be there. We meet them. And yeah. Then I read the other attachment. And then it began very well. And then there was a sentence, if you want to take part, you still need to be a student. And I thought, well, that's weird. And I'm not. So
Yeah, indeed. That's
so
weird.
that, so damn it, so I can't go there. Then I was a bit disappointed, and I started to continue reading, and I wasn't that disappointed anymore because then it turned out that it is only for 25 people. So it's a very close circle thing. If you want to take part, you usually have to send your CV and why you want to go there, all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't need to do that. But this is the big but, except from the fact that I wouldn't need to be a student, which I'm not, so I can't go there anyway.
Yeah.
If I went there, the week would only cost me 150 euros instead of 300.
Well, but that's just for basic costs,
So I
guess.
would need to pay them
Yeah, logically.
150 euros
Yeah, but I can understand that.
for
Yeah.
me speaking there.
Yeah, but also for you being there a week.
Yeah.
So also you gaining a lot of ideas and talking to people and exploring
If
the
I
world.
was still a student.
Yeah. Had you been a student, I would have honestly.
Would have gone?
Yeah, or no, because I'm not there.
Yeah.
But I would have said, had you had a chance and said to me, 150 euros is a lot of money, I would have said, go there. Honestly, if that includes hotel, food, and all that,
Yeah.
then it's yeah, sure.
No.
Actually, I don't think that your stay is even covered. I think you would still have to pay for.
No, that would be the 150. The
Really?
300 euros is what you have to
Then
pay for.
imagine just meeting.
But you're staying in a Jugendherberg. You're staying
Doesn't
in a youth
matter.
hostel.
You're meeting 25 people for a week
Yeah.
that come there for the same sort of reason that they talk
Yeah,
about stuff.
true.
There's a huge chance that you're going to meet one or two people that are going to influence a small part for the direct future in your life.
Yeah.
And that's something that,
I mean, if I was actually a researcher, and I'm not, and not a renowned, but a scientist.
well, it doesn't really matter.
That's
There's
okay, but-
probably some other guy going there like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but so I thought for 2 hours. I thought
You could definitely pull it off.
yeah,
I mean, just going there and just...
but I'm not a student anymore, so I
No,
can't.
yeah, true. It's too bad, man.
Yeah, but that was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good story.
yeah,
If only it were true.
it is. I can I can upload the email.
You know what I was thinking?
Mm-hmm.
I started watching Seinfeld, which is quite an old show, but a friend of mine, he's just switched it on one evening, and since then I'm hooked.
Is that the one with
magnificent.
the
Seinfeld?
yeah and Larry something?
Larry something? As in Larry David wrote it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld, Larry David wrote
Yeah.
it together, yeah. But why I bring it up is because they did something there, and they didn't explicitly tell it, but they got a phone call from someone, and then they got called back immediately by that someone. Or they called someone, and then immediately got called back because they didn't get an answer, so they hang up, and then they immediately get called back. And in America, it's called star 69ing, because what you do is you dial star and then 69, and then you get the person that called you. And I was just thinking about that because that's something that I don't know even how it works anymore in the Netherlands. I don't know how it works in Germany. I don't know how it works in the UK, if it works.
No.
But I used to work in the Netherlands. You could do that. But I wouldn't know the code for it. But they sometimes still even say, why don't you just star 69 in? Which now sounds kind of like a dirty thing. I would like to star 69 you.
Oh, that's the star 69 thing. Okay. Yeah, but it's the same very weird thing with the RSVP.
Why?
That's so weird, and Americans still do it. If they
But why is it
send you an
weird?
invitation, because it's French.
So?
Where does it come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from? France.
What? Why in America?
Because it's a posh thing? Because there were a lot of French people in America?
No, they're not.
There were a lot of French people in America.
Yeah,
The settlers.
not that many.
Almost the entire southeast.
Yeah.
And then you have Canada, and it was fancy, and I think RSVP... What?
Canada and fancies.
No, I mean the RSVP
I know.
was
Yeah,
fancy,
yeah,
French
yeah.
language, and maybe it wasn't even in existence before that already.
Yeah, but it's still weird that they do it today. I don't know.
I find it weird that they call a main course an entree.
Yeah.
If it starts an entree dessert. Well, actually,
Do you know
what
how
it should be
French
called is way too much, way too much, way
Not
too
enough.
much.
No, dessert is always not enough. Damn it! I wanted to make panna cotta today.
Well, you can still do that
Wow.
after this. You go to the supermarket, get your stuff. Make
Yeah,
panna
but
cotta.
I'm not going home today.
Well, you wanted to do that at
I'm
home.
staying here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I thought you might do it here.
but I don't think it will set until tonight.
No, I'm just,
Yeah. So, if you have your favorite panna cotta recipe or any dessert recipe you want to share, because I'm always looking for dessert recipes.
Well, let me just, because since we're on the topic anyway.
What happens now?
Well, I brought you a little something.
I think he said he brought me a little something.
Yeah, I brought him a little something. But it's in two parts.
Okay.
One is recipes from the Lidl,
Oh.
which I saw and I thought,
Okay.
that's
thank
for you.
Okay,
Because Tom at his home, in his brilliant kitchen, has Dutch tiles. When I think I was the first one to even notice it.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
All the tiles have either a creek with a windmill in the background, or such a Dutch girl with wooden shoes and clogs
tulips
and tulips, and there's just also fields of tulips, and that's just
actually that's delicious stuff.
That is delicious stuff, yeah.
Surkool stampot in een kijkblik.
Yeah, sort of. Surkool stampot in een kijkblik.
Yeah. Then we have Chinees koolstampot.
Chinese koolstampot.
Oh yeah, so close. Met Szechuan speklapjes.
Speklapjes, yeah.
Yeah. Again, stampot. I think stampot is quite.
That's
very Dutch.
Yeah.
Ulhisude, so that's from the south.
Stampot uit het zuiden, yeah. Where does it come from? Oh, that's basically Dutch then. German, I think then.
What do
I don't know.
Use?
They use.
I can read it myself.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm good. So that's potatoes, milk, knolblauch. That's garlic. Spitzkool. Whoa, what the fuck is that in English?
I don't know.
Cabbage. Spitzkool. It's the same word in Dutch. It is actually the exact same word in Dutch.
Yeah, but you asked what it's in English.
Yeah.
I said I don't know.
Oh, I thought you didn't know what Spitzkool was. So yeah, and fish. So that's basically that's how we do it without the fish. But well, it's Dutch, so you have to have fish and cheese. Is there cheese in it? No, there's no cheese. So it's not from. No, it's not Dutch. Well, seriously, that's why is it all mashed potatoes?
I don't know. Maybe it was some sort of stampot deal or something. Or
Do they have? Oh yes, that's so brilliant.
Stampotweken. Yeah, didn't even see that.
So, if you're in the Netherlands, go to Lidl now because you won't believe it. They actually have mashed potato weeks. Fucking hell!
Well, stampot is not mashed potatoes, but
isn't it not?
Well,
isn't it not?
No, it isn't not. No, you don't. Yeah, you put mashed potatoes in it, but I think you can also make it without. No, you can't.
But it's all with potatoes.
It is all with potatoes, yeah, but it's not mashed potatoes. It's mashed potatoes with mashed vegetables.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So yeah, go. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
So that was a small present. I really still have a present.
Oh, right. I came empty-handed.
Of course you did.
No.
You bastard.
Oh, I only had my cock in my hand. So. Yeah.
I didn't see it. Oh, zing!
Really? Yeah, actually, yeah. What else do we have?
We should do something about the episode 10.
Yeah.
The thing is, I looked up. Do you want to do some facts? Well, you go. Because, yeah.
So, I'm showing how I'm just doing.
Yeah.
Because it is our 10th episode, we as a homework were supposed to find information, facts about things connected with number 10.
And true to what I used to do in school as well, I did my homework 10 minutes before.
I came prepared and I learned them by heart. So
you did.
I think. Do you see me at anything?
Yeah, you're
writing down.
You're holding a whole sheet of paper.
Oh, fuck off! No. Yeah. So.
What, do you want to take a picture of your empty hand and upload and say, see?
There's nothing. So probably the most famous. I looked up some famous 10s. So like 10 Downing Street.
I was still waiting for.
Exactly. For example, is a very famous
10 Downing Street is definitely.
And then I realized that 10 is very important for religions, especially for the Christian religion, because you have the 10 Commandments.
Oh yeah.
You have the 10
disciples. Oh no, it's 12. The Holy Trinity. Oh no, the Trinity.
This is going wrong. No, the Moses, the 10
commandments?
No. Yeah, but before he leaves Egypt, with
Egyptians?
10 Egyptians. 10 little Indians.
Wait a minute, what do you do before you leave Egypt?
No, they don't make a kebab and nothing
10
like that.
declarations of tax.
No, the plights? Is it? No. Fuck it!
Plagues?
Plagues. Yes, that's what I was looking for. That's also 10.
Really, is it 10?
Yeah, it's 10.
What are they? You have the
oh god, you have the babies dying. You have the river
frogs
turning.
and lizards and toads coming from the air.
Babies dying.
Yeah, and then you have frogs and lizards and
Frogs,
stuff coming
yeah,
from
and the eating
locust
everything.
swarms.
Yeah, exactly.
Or as you
the
call it,
river,
the eating anything. English teacher, everyone.
the river turning red with blood.
Ah, that's important detail. It's red, so it's blood. Ah!
Yeah. Actually, there's a film quite recently, again, who did all that with Christian Bale as Moses. Yeah, actually, Christian Bale.
Really?
Moses. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Exodus.
that's called 10.
It's called Exodus.
Oh.
But there's a movie called 10, but it's from the 1930s. And
I just saw on Wikipedia that there's a horror film from 2014 called 10.
Okay, I didn't know that. So, yeah.
Is it called 10 or is it called Exodus? Because the thing is, it could be that it's called Exodus in Germany.
No, it's actually...
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually called Exodus, not 10. Why would you call a movie about Moses 10?
If it's about the 10 plagues.
Boot?
Yeah, I was about to say if it's about the 10 plagues.
Oot in the boot. No, yeah, so there's also number 10. Dan, not only me talking, you can just throw something in and I will...
Okay, do you know that on day 10 of the 10th month, there are 82 days left in the year?
I want to have that app with that no, that's cicada noise.
It honestly sounded like you said the Sieg Heil noise. Signal noise, you mean?
No, the little animal in summer, especially in Spain and Italy.
Cricket?
Cricket, yeah. You continue.
Yeah. You know what? October 10 is a festivity day in Finland. It's Finnish Literature Day.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Absolutely brilliant.
Seriously, I thought that something like that will happen, or would happen, but it's actually worse than expected. So yeah, you continue.
What did I do wrong?
No, nothing wrong, but it's really... Oh. Sweet.
These are my conversation openers on parties.
Yeah, first you sound like James Mays going, hello.
Hello.
Did you know that the 10th of October...
There is a British rock band called 10.
Yeah. Any famous songs?
I have no clue. No, they have a lot of albums, I saw. It's also an abbreviation for the Erotic Network in America, which is a pay-per-view
10?
channel. Yeah, the Erotic Network, 10.
Oh.
It's a language in China, but sometimes it's written THEN. There are 10 acres in a furlong.
The brilliant thing is that if you go to Google and you Google facts with number 10 or funny things with number 10, there's basically one webpage you get. And I think it's express.co.uk, so it's a British newspaper, kind of newspaper. And
we just both copied all of them.
Yeah, and we basically... So this is nothing new to me, yeah. So
You did the binary thing, that was fun.
the binary, yeah, actually, if you write 10 and then another 10, so 1010, that's 10 in binary.
Yeah.
That's actually cool.
And if you write 10, that's just 10.
Oh, but not in binary.
No, so?
Yeah, 10. If you
Friends of mine used to say that 1,000 is the most you can have. And of course,
what?
Anything. You would, of course, say that 1,000,000 is more, or 1,001 even is more.
Yeah.
If someone says, how many do you have? And you go, 1,000. Yeah, that's brilliant. But anyway, leave it be until after the story. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
1,000, you know? They said that it's such a thing that if someone goes, how many do you have? 1,000. You know, it's more than if you say 1,000,000. Or it's more than say...
But that's something you do in
it's because-
kindergarten, right? No? Because I think...
Yeah, but, stoners. Okay. Anyway.
Uh-oh.
The thing is, what they discovered is that 1,000 is binary for 8. And 8 in French is weed. Or wheat. So...
Yeah.
That was for them such a holy trinity moment of... You just you've got the sound. Now you need to get the hang of it. Practice first before coming on air.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, yeah. So, what's the punchline of your story?
No. You will get another try probably. Can you also can you just when I point at it, can you do it for yourself as well?
Well,
If you make a horrible joke and I just say.
But that means that I basically have to have it in my hand all the time. That
You can also just lay it here.
Nah, that won't work. But so I'll decide when the cricket comes in.
Otherwise, there's which is basically.
That's also very brilliant.
Yeah.
We should have that really. That would make it so much fun. I think. Yeah, but the coughing is brilliant. Such a old man's voice coughing in the background. That would be brilliant. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You were going for facts.
I don't think there is much more.
Pythagoras.
Oh. Yeah, hit me.
I'm just going to read it out because,
Okay.
And I have to sit a bit crookedly. Pythagoras and his followers considered 10 of the most. Well, he
can't even read it properly.
Well, you're sitting straight in front of it. I have to turn my head, otherwise I'm not talking into the microphone. If I'm doing this, you can't hear me anymore, can you? See? But you're complaining about it always.
Yeah, and he's making sound effects again. Okay, go ahead, shoot.
I can withhold my present for you, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping it.
I can withhold my microphone from you.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't want to read it anymore.
No, you go ahead, read
Well,
it.
they said that 10 was the most sacred number. Because 10 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is the 4 elements. So, no, it says it represents existence 1, creation 2, life 3, and 4 elements 4. But why would you just, you could make anything out of it. 1, Nike sneakers. 2, what's the thing called again?
What?
Toblerone.
Oh,
Couldn't think of it.
Yeah, and 3.
What would be 3? Nike sneakers, Toblerone, multiple orgasms. Definitely 3. And then 4 would be orange.
Yeah.
You know that thing is actually the thing that should get that thing. You doing that thing
And
is less funny than the thing that you're using the thing for.
That's true. Actually, since we're talking about Toblerone,
A basketball hoop should be hung 10 feet from the ground.
I so much hope that you wouldn't bring the basketball thing. A man should have a 10-inch long penis. So, what I wanted to say, because you were talking about Toblerone now, flogging stuff and us companies sending us stuff. I actually bought my first Sonos box. And
Maybe you should explain what that is.
so Sonos is a company that produces speakers and speaker systems, and they are all Wi-Fi compatible. So you don't need any cables or anything.
It's wireless.
It is a wireless audio system, exactly, and you can use as many as you want and put them in different rooms and play different music for each and every room.
Does your telly have Wi-Fi?
No, but you can use it. You can use it with your phone. You can use it with your laptop and play the music you have in a laptop on the system. And so I bought the first one, and it is a bit of. I think it's one of the drugs of the 21st century, because if you have one, you want to have more. Because they're absolutely brilliant.
Why?
Because the sound is amazing. I think the thing is as big as 2 cans
it's
of Coke.
portable. So why would you like to have more?
Because, for example, if you want to have stereo sound, then you would need 2.
Yeah, well, 2 I would get.
Yeah,
Then
and then if you want to have in
Three
every
still.
room, 1.
But then the whole idea of being portable is already gone.
Well, it's not. It is portable in the sense it doesn't have any audio cables, but it needs electricity. So you have to plug it into a
That's true.
socket, right?
Yeah.
And also the idea that you are sitting in your living room and your girlfriend is working in the I don't know in the office or in the bedroom. Your girlfriend's working in the bedroom, and she wants to listen to Barry White, for example. Then she can listen to Barry.
Baron's Eugene Carter. One of my My all-time
I
favorites.
was waiting for it. Yeah. So you can, for example, you can listen to Barry White, and you can listen to the Do Nots. Hello. I can't do it. I don't have my sick voice anymore. Yeah. That's actually a very cool system. So if there's people out there from Sonos listening and they say, "Hey, we like Tom, and we want him to have more Sonos products," then just email us at thewillandtomshow@hotmail.com.
I do like the fact. I mean, I'm quite an audiophile in that sense, but
You have to listen to it. Trust me.
I do believe that
the sound is brilliant.
quality is good, but
And you can listen
the fact
to
that it's Wi-Fi doesn't do that much for me.
No, but you can use it as a web radio as well. So you can listen to thousands of international
That is handy.
web radios, and it all works with your phone. You just have an app on your phone, and you click on something and you listen to it. It's really, really easy.
Well, if they have an app for my phone as well, then yeah.
They do actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah, logically nowadays. Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, I want to have that. And if one of our 20 listeners, we actually have 20 likes now.
I honestly, I nearly bought a front speaker recently.
Really?
A center speaker, yeah. €85. Second hand. Normally, I think over 300
Okay.
from Dali.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a really good brand. My brother has it as well. And the center speaker, for most things, is most important.
Yeah.
And it makes a hell of sound. The sound that you get from that is absolutely amazing. But it's quite big. And I would like to hang it up, but it's not possible, I think. I can't put it below the TV because the TV is, too low.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's such a thing because I don't need to spend €85. I mean, the sound system that I have is really quite good.
Really good. Yeah.
So, but it was still such a thing of it's so fucking cheap.
But that brings us back to the other thing I want to just put out there. If one of you knows someone, or maybe you yourself have €36,000 laying around and you don't know what to do with them, just
Sure.
Email us. And,
I mean, I still need to get paid this week, but then...
Yeah. Just email us again, thewillandtomshow at hotmail.com. Or leave...
So what are you going to do with that? Are you going to buy 20,000 Sonos speakers?
No. I will buy a car.
What car?
A Dodge Charger. Yeah.
That's such a waste of money.
No.
For me it is.
You get so much car for that. You get 378 brake horsepower.
I know, but I think I would still buy a second-hand car for maybe...
And it goes... €12,000
or something. I would buy a good second-hand for 12,000. And then, spend 24,000. I think I would spend on other stuff, like going on holiday or...
No, I want
maybe
one.
do some courses.
I want one.
That I can, learn some new stuff.
I want one. So, if you have 35,000 euros...
Actually, you could cut out and make such a horrible... What, you're spitching?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
So, but do you know the definition of 10?
Oh, no.
I do.
Oh.
10 is an even natural number following 9 and preceding 11, according to Wikipedia. But if you look in more creative sources, a 10 can also mean top quality, refers to a 10-point scale in which 10 is the highest and 0 is the lowest. This scale can measure anything. So examples given are sometimes used with an A, as in A10, or my schedule for this quarter is a 10. My
Seriously,
heavens, there's a 10.
As an example, for using 10, they say, my schedule for this quarter is a 10.
Yeah.
I would say this woman is a 10.
Well, that's coming later. Yeah. A human being shaped so perfectly that their hotness is almost painful to look at. Boys, you've met a 10 when she tells you a joke and you accidentally spit Coke in her face. Which reminded me, because you just had a joke and you nearly spit licorice in my face. So I think on a scale from 0 to hot, I'm around maybe a 9.5 in your eyes. It's quite flattering.
In your eyes, I feel the heat. That's a song by Peter Gabriel.
I have no clue who he is.
He was a singer of Genesis before Phil Collins in the 70s.
You can also have 10s.
Very famous for his bad costumes.
Which means
I like
10 quid of
Genesis.
marijuana.
What?
10 quid of marijuana's worth of weed. So that's a 10. It can be a casual reference to any 10mm automatic pistol.
Why didn't you read out the girl's definition for when you've met a 10?
Because it wasn't interesting enough.
Can I read it out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, wait. I have to prepare for that. Oh damn it. This is a very good episode.
Girls, you've met you.
So reading out isn't so easy, is it? I struggled at word 8. You struggle with word 2.
Girls, you know you've met a 10 when the fact that he's even speaking to you makes you wet.
I didn't write that. It's there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So the casual reference for a 10mm automatic pistol, which the example is, got my 10 in my hand and the gleam in my eye. I've no clue which rap song.
Did you go to dictionary for that?
Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
So it's apparently the greatest Pearl Jam album ever.
Doesn't make sense in itself. There is no such thing as a greatest Pearl Jam album.
Why not?
Because Pearl Jam is terrible.
But I can still be the greatest.
The greatest, like the biggest.
No, I mean the greatest is in it's the least bad.
the one that makes you sick only twice.
There's also apparently the ship name for Triss and 4 or Tobias from Divergent. The name is created by using the number of fears each one of them had. Oh my god, 10 is my OTP. Is the example given.
What is OTP?
I have no clue what any of it means. The name is created by using the number of fears each one of them had.
But what is
4 and
Divergent?
6.
Is that a game or is that a film?
I have no clue.
But why did you put it there then?
Because I find it funny. Because I mostly like things that I don't understand.
Okay, so if you know what that means, the ship names.
No, I'm not going back.
Okay.
It's already scrolled away.
Okay.
They can listen back to it.
Oh god, he has so much more.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're now on page 2,
okay.
yeah.
I'm laying back now and.
TANS stands for transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation.
Okay.
Interesting, right? Tension easing nookie. So that's when you have sex because you want to get, the tension away. Yeah. The example is, boy, I had a hard day. I guess it's time for a little TEN. Wink, wink. Yeah. 10 is a new saying made by some peoples at college. It means the same as not. So basically, you would say if someone embarrassed themselves, then you would say, you're cool, 10. That was a literal quote, right? I don't speak right.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Twice the man 5 is 10 is twice the man you are, which makes your bitch ass 5.
What?
Yep. Guess that's also some. And then you have 10, a prefix added to an adjective, some exceptions, that amplifies its potential tenfold. Like, for example, 10 gay, 10 lame, 10 word. So if someone says word, you can go 10 word, or that's 10 gay.
I want to use that. That's awesome. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
So, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm coming back again. Oh, I mean, my leg
Do
is...
you think,
yeah. I still have to embarrass myself, right?
Yeah, and you still have...
yeah, that's for next time.
Is that for next time?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's embarrass yourself.
Yeah. Because I think that episode is already 2 hours long now.
No, it's not even an hour yet. So, but we're going to go for... Say what?
What?
And this is... He's already trying to read it in the distance. This is the sentence says...
It's not plural. This is one page.
It's well, yeah, it is one page on font size 36, yeah. No, it's 4 sentences, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I made them up in a delirious state in the middle of the night.
So there were drugs involved?
And I was ill.
Big made it night.
But the thing is, I thought of the word tin, and then I tried to rhyme as much as I could.
What's teen?
10 in Dutch.
Oh, very good. So teen is... Dit is teen news? Okay, so here we go. Dit is teen news. Met Tinnikiet, tlen het is tien voor tien. En dit zijn de kopen. Ten tennis, niet het eerder tien tieten. De man niet horen... Oh, there's different sentences.
Yeah.
Do you know how to use full stops and stuff like that?
I was ill.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night.
Okay, so seriously, I have no clue when the next sentence is beginning.
Well, mostly it's capital letters, you idiot.
Yeah, that helps. No, that's not... Yeah, there's one, and there should be one. Yeah, okay, that helps. That's my easy now. Dit is 10 nieuws met Tinniket then had is 10 for 10.
That's an I, by the way, because her last name is Tineke het In. Huh?
Tinniket
Get
het
it?
in 10 and 1.
No, the thing is that in Dutch you can write het as in it,
Yeah,
or the actually,
yeah.
as an apostrophe T. And it happens quite often in last names.
Yeah.
And then I called her Tineke het In.
Why
And
is
then
it in? There's
I
an
don't know, because
L.
Well, it's a capital I.
Oh, that's a name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because her name is Tineke
that's why.
het In.
That's why you use fonts with.
You're
these-
criticizing everything today.
Can you use a font with?
What,
Is it called serifs or something like that?
You want Comic Sans?
No, don't, because just go for Times News Roman or something.
Yeah,
That's better.
Comic Sans.
Ja, I'm a Comic Sans guy. Dit is 10 nieuws met Tinneke. It's Yin. Het is 10 voor 10 en dit zijn de koppen. Dat zijn de koppen. 10 tennis niet ieder titel. De Martinitoren dient 10 Deenses Martinis. 10 en nette tegen en 10 vreemde veren met slierten spaghetti mieren. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay.
Any clue what it means?
This is 10 news.
Yeah. Dit is Teen News. Like a channel that's called Teen News
Okay.
something, I don't know. I was drunk on illness.
Okay. And then something Tinneke and
With Tineke het In.
met Tinneke and Dean. Okay.
Like this is
It is 10 minutes to 10.
Yeah, it's 10 for 10.
And this is what we have to offer.
Yeah, these are the headings.
Oh.
So these are the stories. It's
Okay.
in the koppen.
10 tenors?
Teenagers.
Oh. Have to
No. Staple.
staple 10 titten. So 10 tits.
Yeah. 10 teenagers staple 10 tits.
Oh gosh.
10 tieners nieten, ieder 10 tieten.
Oh.
Either means every one of them.
Okay.
Each.
Yeah, jeder.
Yeah.
Everyone. Okay, so they oh god, stapled 10 tits. And then the Martini Toren.
Yeah, it's a tower in Groningen.
Oh. Has 10
Serves 10
serves 10 martinis.
to servicemen.
Oh Jesus. Oh gosh. That was very
De
delirious.
Martini toren dient 10 dienders martinis.
Okay. And 10
That one actually doesn't make sense at all.
the next one.
Yeah.
10 en nette tegen tente?
Yeah, 8
What?
tenten.
Tente.
It means tents and nets against dining
What?
restaurants or something like that.
Okay.
An
And
8 tent is an S tent. And a tent is a word that we can say for lade or
oh, okay.
stube.
Okay. And 10 vrienden, so 10 friends. Vieren met slierte spaghetti mieren. Drive with late.
It should be versieren.
What?
It should be. I wrote it wrong because I thought of it differently in my head, but apparently when I wrote it on my phone, I sent it wrong because this is still possible. 10 vrienden vieren met slierte spaghetti mieren.
What, that's someone who's spaghetti?
Yeah, it says 10 friends celebrate with sashes, spaghetti, ants.
Oh.
But actually, what I thought I wrote was that they decorated instead of celebrated.
Okay, I suddenly
Versieren.
feel very, very weird.
And I think he has earned
Oh
it.
god, no.
Yes, he has earned it. I brought for him a present from the Netherlands.
Okay, thank you. It says... It actually has a sticker on it, and it says 4, so 4.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
And then there's nothing written!
I come here.
So now he's looking for a pen, and he found one, and now he's writing my name. Because now I need to know that it's for me, because it just says 4, and down, I don't know who for. And he's right, oh god. It's just right, it's just 3 letters, T-O-M. And this... Sir Mustachio.
Mustachio!
Sir Mustachio. Bloody hell. Okay. It's a very nice paper, so I'll...
Yeah, they actually wrapped it for me.
But
But it's an actual present, eh? It's not
Okay.
just a fun gimmick. It's
Okay,
actually
I'm very...
something that you might like.
Oh, Jesus. I'm
I
very
hope.
touched.
And I was also thinking of this show, so
Okay, very cool.
it's definitely something that
It is a book, and it's called "The 10 Deadliest Weapons." Very cool. So there's
That's really annoying.
why?
Say what it really says.
Oh, the 10 most deadliest
No,
weapons.
no. Don't muck around.
What?
Why is it?
There's a windmill on it. Is a
Yeah.
windmill a deadly weapon in the
No,
Netherlands?
it isn't.
Why?
Oh, you can be struck by a windmill.
Oh yeah. And the rabbit, I think they have rabies. Very cool. There's a man on a bike,
Yeah.
and
It's actually
he has a deadly
it's
weapon.
scooter. So what is it called?
It is called the.
No, it isn't.
It is actually called Nijntje in Nederland.
Yeah.
So-
Nijntje in Nederland.
Nijntje. So I think
You don't know Nijntje here?
no.
It's just a children's thing,
Okay.
and they always have books with it.
Oh, that's so cool.
And normally they have very simple drawings, and they teach children how to read and that kind of stuff.
Very very.
But this
cool.
book has pictures of the Netherlands in
Yeah.
it, and then
Oh, there's the queen.
very simple texts.
Very cool. That's actually a very cool gift. Thank you.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
So-
There's a lot of orange.
Lots of orange, a lot of stereotypes.
Yeah, windmills and tulips.
Windmills, tulips, ice skating.
is there
No
cheese?
weed.
And no cheese. Is
There
there no
must be
cheese?
cheese.
There must be cheese. There can be, right? Okay, so they have beaches and lighthouses and...
Got my beat.
There's cheese! Nederland is beroemd om haar lekkere kaas. There you go. De kaas wordt gemaakt van melk en die komt weer van de koe. So yeah, that's cool. Thank you. I like that. That's so yeah. You finish. I read the book.
So yeah, that was episode 10 on 10. It was a celebratory episode, but like many festivities and birthdays and that kind of stuff, you are a bit disappointed to go home, I guess. You feel a bit empty inside, a bit melancholic. I think what the world is trying to say you at that moment is just be yourself. Be all that you can be. Be a wonderful person. Be warm, kind. Follow us on Twitter at Will and Tom Show. You know, just be open and feel the energy inside, and go to facebook.com/The Will and Tom Show. You know, it's the universe reaching out to you, seeing your full potential, and saying, like us, share us, find us on YouTube and check out our videos, recommend us to friends and loved ones. Printed in Italy. Va bene, va bene. My name is Nijntje in Nederland.
So if that book disintegrates after 4 weeks, then you know why, because it's made in Italy.
Runs away with your wife.
Yeah, that also. Yeah. Hello, my name is Fernando. Welcome to the Fernando Show. I sounded a bit like that earlier. Thank you for listening. This is was the celebratory 10th episode with a lot of talking.
Yeah, I think we could actually have reached an hour.
I have no clue.
I think we did.
We have things 45, 50 minutes, something like that.
I think we reached an hour.
Okay.
So, no, yeah, but I already said the thing, like look us up on YouTube, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. For crying out loud, please share us.
Yeah.
The thing is, of course, I know that a lot of people are still only at episode 6 or something. So when you're actually listening to this, I guess maybe we're at episode 20 already.
No.
Because you guys are creating a backlog. But, you know, don't come crying to us when we're huge and famous and you're still somewhere in a horrible situation.
In a coma.
If you feel like doing anything for us that makes us, you know, like posting something that makes us think, or you want to draw something that we can talk about, or anything, just do it. Also, we have a bonus episode, but we might leave that for a rainy day, but I think that we should...
We have the boner episode, and it will definitely come. We'll see how we do that with the bone
Yeah,
episode.
I think it should be soon because otherwise it's too
maybe next
dated
week.
already
Yeah.
before we.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay,
that was.
that was good. Thank you.
Do we have? Is
Yeah, just